Man recoils from suffering, and we'd rather accomplish our goals with as little effort as possible. Yet, notes Bastiat, nature condemns us to the suffering of privation if we don't make the effort to work. This dilemma creates incentives to invent machines to do the work for us or to plunder our fellow men. For much of human history, elites enjoyed the labor of slaves. Thankfully, this is no longer the case, but our natural tendency to live off the productive efforts of others remains. We have become sensitive, and as Bastiat explains, we are no longer comfortable using direct force against our victims. As in the past, today we live in a society made up of tyrants and victims. There are two major differences though. Tyrants and victims constantly switch their roles, and between them is an intermediary, the state, with its multiple laws legalizing and normalizing thievery. What better way to silence our conscience and squash all resistance than to entangle all of us in a web of universal and reciprocal plunder? If we are unhappy with the ratio between our labor and our pleasures, we vote for politicians to subsidize what we want with money from other taxpayers. Whenever we receive food stamps, housing, education, medical care, or bailouts at the taxpayer's expense, we engage in a criminal activity. The state has no means of giving you something without adding to the labor of others. We can't all live at the expense of everybody else. Today, we have all the advantages of plunder without risk or disgrace. The most remarkable thing, says Bastiat, is the astonishing blindness of the public while all this takes place. For those who have seen our video, however, there is no longer any excuse for supporting this rotten system.